We're here in Monte Carlo for the Rendez-Vous de Septembre. For Invest TV, I'm Richard Banks. And I'm joined now by Franz Hahn, Chief Executive of Peak Re. Franz, it's great to see you again. Welcome.
Richard, always good to see you.
So we're here in Monte Carlo, lots of conversations about US hurricanes, about US casualty, but that's not the whole picture, is it? The reinsurance industry is bigger than just North America. Tell us some of the perceptions that you've got from your part of the world.
Well, we have built Peak Re in Asia Pacific. We are by now a global organization, but the majority of our business is still deriving from Asia and mainly emerging Asia. And of course, it's a complete different picture. When you look at it, emerging Asia has a lot to do with penetration. Lack of penetration has a lot to do with protection needs on the life and health side, on the personal side. And the markets have been performing quite well. Of course, Asia is still the most hammered region from account of natural catastrophes per year. The sad story is that because of the low penetration, the insurance losses are relatively benign. And that's why Peak Re is here. We wanted to change this. We want to work together with our clients in order to increase the penetration.
And how do you go about doing that?
We cannot just be a transactional reinsurer. We have to be engaging with the clients. We have to get engaged with them on what their aims are and how they would like to answer exactly this call for increasing the penetration across the emerging Asia. And emerging Asia, of course, part is China, is India, the huge markets, but also Southeast Asia. And we are engaging in the different lines of business with the clients and give them suggestions what we could do. But most importantly, we have to have big ears and to listen, to translate what we hear into solutions.
So you're talking there about the supply and demand. Tell us a bit about investor appetite as well. How do investors look to Asia and from a reinsurance perspective?
From a reinsurance perspective, I think the world would like to see more investors coming in. It's the same in Asia. The long drought on the return on equities have definitely not watered the mouth of investors, but this is something which we have to look at into the future. I think we have been off a good start last year in the direct insurance industry as well. The risks have been distributed in a different manner, but I think it's very healthy for the insurance industry. And I think the investors hopefully will come back. So investors from a two perspective kind. One on balance sheet of insurance and reinsurance companies in Asia, and on the other hand ILS, which is underdeveloped in Asia. We have been basically developing ILS both on sidecar as well as on ILS, and certainly we will like to build more and also invite more Asian capital into the ILS front.
So you mentioned, we talked a lot about Asia, but you are a diversified reinsurer. So looking more globally, tell us about how well adapted reinsurers are to offer solutions to the challenges of the future.
Well, it's here and there a challenge, right? Climate change has been really surprising everybody, although it shouldn't have been a surprise. We know about this for a long time, but the impact of climate change is quite severe. And this is translating into the non-modeled modeled losses, or the secondary losses as we used to call them. And this is bringing a much higher frequency of losses than we used to see. Certainly the industry is getting better in the modeling, getting better in adopting science around climate change, and I think a lot of work is still out there. For Peak Re, we are cooperating a lot with science and to get better, get stronger, and better understand the risks which we are facing in the future. On the cyber risk, of course, the world has been writing cyber risk now for around the decade. A couple of companies have been extremely strong, specifically in Europe. We have been adopting a modeling system for ourselves and to not only support our clients in Asia, but also on a global basis. And I think over time, reinsurers are adaptable and they are able to make that happen.
Franz, great pleasure to talk to you as ever. Thank you very much indeed.
Richard, thank you very much.
For Invest TV, I'm Richard Banks.